Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Real quick video today to talk about this awesome little USB-C hub that I've been using recently. There's literally hundreds of these things on the market at the moment, and in my view, most of them are as overpriced for the quality that you get. Trouble is, you don't want to go too cheap either because you tend to get what you pay for, and you'll end up with junk or something that doesn't work properly. So in this video, I want to show you a good value but high quality USB-C hub that works well for me and might for you too. Now, I've got a MacBook Pro 16-inch that I've had for a little over a year now. It's a fantastic computer, and for me, it's been an absolute workhorse. But like many of you, I've got a bunch of external gear that I need to plug into my MacBook. Now, I'm lucky because my MacBook has 4 USB-C ports, but that's kind of part of the problem. They're USB-C ports. Sometimes I have an external mouse, flash drives, and flash drive adapters that I need to plug in, and they're all USB devices. Now, late last year, I published a couple of videos explaining how I was able to hook up 2 external monitors to my MacBook Pro. So I could use it either as a working from home setup using my work laptop, or to edit my videos using my MacBook. It took quite a bit of trial and error and wasn't as easy as I first thought. So I decided to make a video about it and share my solution. It seems that quite a few people had similar struggles getting their setup to work because to date that video has had over 170,000 views. Now I had heaps of questions from people asking specifically what gear I used, so I made a follow-up video that covered what bits and pieces I used to get everything working. Well, a company called Cable Creation, who make a large range of USB hub products, saw the video and reached out and sent me one of their USB-C hubs to use. So full disclosure, I didn't pay for this and they asked me to try it out to see what I thought. So I've been using this for the last month or so, and I wanted to give you a quick rundown of what I like and also what I'd change. First of all, it comes really nicely packaged in a cardboard tray inside a cardboard box. It's actually presented really nicely and immediately gives you the feeling that it's a premium product. It comes with a clear set of instructions for people who need help navigating their way around the plugs, and it also comes with a fabric pouch to store the hub in and to keep it from getting marks or scratches when you transport it around in your bag, for example, which is the first time I've seen anything like this for this type of product, and a really nice touch. It also looks like it's got room enough to hold any other bits and pieces you may have as well. Next, it's build quality. It's an aluminium metal shell construction, so it feels and looks like a quality product. Now, I don't think these things take too much of a hammering. I'm notoriously kind to all of my gear, so something like this would last for about 700 years with me, whereas other people can be a little bit rougher on their stuff. The cable's nice and thick, it's 15 centimeters long and it has a nylon braided cover. Again, it feels like it'd take a bit of abuse. In terms of functionality, this particular model has 5 ports. 3 USB 3 ports, 1 HDMI port that supports 4K, and an Ethernet port input as well that supports speeds of up to 1 gigabit per second. Now, I like the fact that it's got 3 USB 3 ports because I need quite a few ports to plug in a bunch of peripherals, including my mouse and lots of flash drives and external drives to move files around. So far, I haven't experienced any issues with regards to the computer not recognizing things when I plug them in, so based on that, I'd have to say it works really well. Now, I have used the HDMI port and connected an external monitor, and that worked fine, although I haven't used the Ethernet port. Now, I think that would be handy if you wanted to use a hardwired cable from your internet router straight into your laptop, as opposed to using Wi-Fi. So look, overall, it performs a relatively simple task, but it seems to do it very well. So what would I change if I could? Well, first up, whilst it works really well for me, it's probably not exactly the right model for me. I don't use the Ethernet port, which seems like a bit of a waste. It's not that it's bad, it's probably just a bit wasted on me. So I'd probably look for a model that didn't have that functionality. Next, in terms of this hub, I would have liked to have seen the addition of a USB-C port that could be used for power pass-through. Now, I'm lucky, as my MacBook Pro has 4 USB-C ports, so I always have one free that I can use for power. But if you're using this with, say, a MacBook Air that only has 2 USB-C ports, then you need to use one of them for power. Now, looking online, I see that Cable Creation actually has a large range of products. So I think it's important to first of all figure out what you need and then find the right hub to suit those needs. And finally, how about value for money? It's available on Amazon at $29 US, which I would call mid-range. Now I think part of the thing pushing the price up is the Ethernet capability. So when compared to hubs with that functionality, it's priced about the same. If, however, I was after a hub that just had some USB-C ports and maybe HDMI and I didn't need the Ethernet capability, it'd probably be a bit of a waste of money for me to get this particular one. Having said that, it does work well for what I use it for. It's great quality and I didn't have to pay for it. Plus, as I said, they've got a very large range of products that looks like they'd cater for pretty much every need you may have, and they're definitely worth checking out as they make very, very good products. I'll put a link below to this item which you can then use to navigate through the rest of their range. Thanks to Cable Creation for sending this out for me to try. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you found the review useful. I've got a few more products that I'm testing out and I'll add them to the playlist on the screen now as I go. Cheers, guys.